what is the value of the expression 7 squared minus open parenthesis 30 divided by 3 multiplied by 5 close parenthesis, then divided by 2 squared? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? This expression seems very simple, but it tricks almost everyone. Let's dive in and break it down step by step together. At the beginning, many people go straight to the expression inside the parentheses because they believe parentheses have a higher priority than the other operations. And they immediately perform the multiplication between 3 and 5 because they think multiplication has a higher priority than division. So, they simplify this expression and write it as 7 squared minus 30 divided by 15 inside the parentheses, then divided by 2 squared. And the next step, they move on to the division between 30 and 15 and replace this expression with 7 squared minus 2 divided by 2 squared. Then, they go to the exponents and simplify this expression to 49 minus 2 divided by 4. And the final step, they go to the division between 2 and 4 because they believe division has a higher priority than subtraction. So, they rewrite this expression as 49 minus 0.5, which finally gives them the answer 48.5. Then, without any hesitation, they quickly say that option C is the correct answer to this question. But I have to say, we were tricked and it's not the correct answer to this question. Also, some other people when solving this question first go straight to the expression 7 squared and simplify to 49 minus 30 divided by 3 times 5 inside the parentheses, then divided by 2 squared. And the next step, they focus on the expression inside the parentheses and solve with the division between 30 and 3. So, they simplify this expression to 49 minus 10 times 5 inside the parentheses, then divided by 2 squared. Then, they perform the multiplication between 10 and 5 inside the parentheses and write this expression as 49 minus 50 divided by 2 squared. Next, they perform the subtraction between 49 and 50 and simplify this expression to negative 1 divided by 2 squared. And the final step, they handle the exponent and write this expression as negative 1 divided by 4, which ultimately gives them the answer negative 0.25. And immediately, they conclude that option A is the correct answer to this question. However, that's definitely wrong. Alright, now let me explain step by step how to solve this expression properly. To solve this question, we must follow a rule that is called PEMDAS. And this rule, P stands for parentheses, E stands for exponent, M stands for multiplication, D stands for division, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. It means that we need to perform all the operations step by step in order from top to bottom. Okay, as you can see in the image, in this expression, first we have an exponent, then a subtraction sign, followed by parentheses, then a division sign, and finally another exponent. According to the PEMDAS rule, first we should start with the parentheses, because parentheses have the highest priority over all other operations. And inside the parentheses, first we have a division sign and then a multiplication sign. It's very important to note that multiplication and division have exactly the same level of priority. In this situation, we must start from the left and move toward the right, performing these two operations in order. So, first we do the division between 30 and 3, and this expression simplifies to 7 squared minus 10 times 5 inside the parentheses, then divided by 2 squared. And the next step, we handle the multiplication between 10 and 5, and this expression simplifies to 7 squared minus 50 divided by 2 squared. Next, it's time to handle the exponents, because according to the PEMDAS rule, after parentheses, exponent has a higher priority than the other operations. So, we can write this expression as 49 minus 50 divided by 4. And the final step, we perform the division between 50 and 4 because division has a higher priority than subtraction. So, this expression simplified to 49 minus 12.5, which finally gives us the answer 36.5. That's great. Option B is the correct answer to this question.